Sobrang di ko pa mapaniwala. Maraming salamat sa suporta at sana patuloy yung suporta niyo.
Regret not being able to be there tonight. However, I am so honored to be named the PSA Athlete of the Year.
Shocking news has taken over the tennis world as Alex Eala reportedly signs a staggering $75 million mega deal with Nike, and the emotional surprise she prepared for her parents has completely broken the internet. Tennis fans everywhere are still trying to process what this moment truly means. This isn't just about a match win or a rankings boost. This is about history unfolding in real time. It's about generational wealth, legacy, and a young star from Manila stepping onto a global stage that stretches from Madrid to Sydney to San Francisco. The dotted line has been signed, the iconic swoosh is locked in, and with confirmed reports valuing the extension at an astronomical $75 million. Ella's name now sits alongside some of the greatest athletes on the planet. This is more than a contract. It's a defining moment that has the entire sporting world buzzing. $75 million. That is superstar territory. That is icon status. That is the kind of number that gets etched into history books. But the contract itself isn't even the most powerful part of this story. What truly shook millions around the world is what Alex Eala did the moment the ink dried. Behind the scenes, there was a secret purchase, a viral post, and a heartfelt surprise for the two people who sacrificed everything to help her reach this stage. As details begin to unfold, including the stunning dream home she reportedly bought, the moment feels even bigger than a sponsorship deal. It signals a shift, not just for her career, but for the future of Asian tennis on the global stage. And when you look back, it makes perfect sense. For years we watched Ella grind relentlessly. We saw her dominate the junior circuit with a fire that made scouts sit up and take notice. We watched her leave the Philippines at a young age, say goodbye to her family, and chase her dream at the prestigious Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain, a training ground known for producing elite champions. Step by step, sacrifice by sacrifice, she built toward this moment. Now that $75 million bombshell isn't just a headline, it's the reward for years of courage, discipline, and belief. She fought through injuries, endured heartbreaking losses, and survived the brutal transition from the junior tour to the unforgiving professional circuit. We always knew Alex Eala was special. We knew she had star quality and global appeal, but this is an entirely different stratosphere. Sources close to the negotiations reveal that her long-standing partnership with Nike, which began quietly during her junior years, has now been transformed into a massive global ambassador deal that few could have predicted at this stage of her career. This is no longer about free apparel and equipment. This is about billboards in Times Square, worldwide campaigns from Tokyo to Toulouse, and a marketing push that places her at the forefront of one of the most powerful brands on the planet. Reportedly valued at $75 million over a long-term extension, the deal sends shockwaves through the tennis world. To understand the magnitude, you have to look at the landscape of women's tennis endorsements. Legends like Naomi Osaka, Serena Williams, and Maria Sharapova set the gold standard for commercial dominance. For a rising player still climbing the WTA ladder to command a figure of this size is a thunderous statement about how the industry views her future. And make no mistake, Nike is not simply paying for results already achieved. They are investing in what they believe is inevitable, a global icon in the making. This deal isn't about her current ranking. It's about her future. Nike isn't investing in what Alex Eala has already done. They're betting on what she is about to become. They see her as the future face of tennis, not only in the Philippines, but across Asia and the global stage. This is a long-term play, a declaration that they believe she represents the next great era of the sport and she is the banner they are proudly raising. Marketing experts are already calling it the Ella effect. She possesses that rare once-in-a-generation mix of elite athletic ability, magnetic marketability, and a deeply relatable story. Her journey from Filipino roots to elite training in Spain, from junior dominance to battling it out on the professional tour resonates far beyond tennis. She embodies the underdog who outworks everyone, the global citizen bridging cultures and the young athlete carrying the dreams of millions. When Ella steps onto the court, an entire nation of more than 110 million people tunes in. Nike understands that kind of influence cannot be manufactured. It must be earned. Now, with a reported $75 million commitment and the expectations of a nation on her shoulders, she continues to carry it all with composure, humility, and a smile that suggests this is only the beginning. Now, think about what this deal truly means for her career on the court. In women's professional tennis, the financial burden of competing at the highest level is enormous. Maintaining a full-time team coach, hitting partner, physiotherapist, nutritionist can easily cost over $1 million a year. And that's before factoring in constant international travel, accommodation, and equipment. Many gifted players fade away not because they lack talent, but because they cannot sustain the financial grind. For Alexandra Eala, that pressure has now disappeared. With a reported $75 million commitment from Nike, she gains more than wealth. She gains freedom. Freedom to rest when her body demands it, to assemble the best medical and performance team in the world, to travel in ways that protect her energy, and to dedicate every ounce of focus to chasing Grand Slam glory. But beyond the numbers and the iconic swoosh, what truly shook the internet was what she chose to do with her first major windfall. The money is staggering. The endorsement is historic. Yet, it was her deeply personal gesture reportedly tied to a stunning dream home surprise that revealed something even more powerful than superstar status. It showed heart. And in that moment, she didn't just look like a future champion on the court, she looked like a champion in life. The world is absolutely losing its collective mind right now. Almost immediately after news of the contract extension hit the sports media, Alexandra Eala dropped her own emotional bombshell on social media. It wasn't a flashy sports car. It wasn't a selfie dripping in designer brands. It was a picture of a house, a sanctuary, a true home built for peace. In a post that has since gone viral across Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X, Alex revealed that she had secretly purchased a stunning new home for her parents, Michael and Rosala. The photos showcase a breathtaking, thoughtfully designed property, spacious rooms flooded with natural light, lush gardens that invite quiet reflection, and spaces meant for rest and rejuvenation. It's a home that says, without words, you can stop running now. You have arrived. The caption she shared captures that sentiment perfectly. Mom and Dad sacrificed so much so I could pursue this dream. Now it is time for you to have the home and life you deserve. No more worries, just peace and pride. I love you forever. 3 simple words, no more worries, carry the weight of countless nights of sacrifice, doubt, and blind faith. For anyone who has had parents who gave everything so you could have more, this is far more than a real estate transaction. It's a profound act of love, gratitude, and recognition for the people who made her journey possible. This is more than a house. It's a declaration of love. It's a repayment of a debt that can never truly be settled. Yet, this gesture comes remarkably close. To understand why this home matters so profoundly, you have to understand the story behind the story. The sacrifice of Mike and Rosala, Alex's parents. They are not your typical tennis parents. They are not the loud, overbearing sideline screamers you sometimes see at junior tournaments. They are quiet pillars of strength doing the hard work without ever seeking credit. Rosala herself knows the life of an athlete from the inside out. As a former bronze medalist swimmer at the Southeast Asian Games, she understands the discipline, the sacrifice, the doubt, and the pain of giving your entire self to something without any guarantee of success. When Alex showed unmistakable potential as a child, picking up a racket at just 4 years old under the loving guidance of her late grandfather, Roberto Bobby, MGO, the family made a bold decision. They would go Allen. And make no mistake, tennis is brutally expensive. From coaching to travel to equipment, the costs are staggering. And yet, Mike and Rosala committed everything to give Alex a chance to chase her dreams. This house is not just a home. It is the tangible symbol of that devotion, a monument to years of quiet sacrifice, and the foundation upon which their daughter's extraordinary journey has been built. Tennis is mercilessly expensive. Coaching fees, court time, premium equipment, stringing costs, tournament entry fees, and then there's the travel. Oh, the travel. Flying a young child across the globe for junior tournaments can drain a family's finances at a terrifying pace. It's not just plane tickets you're paying for hotels, tournament apparel, grips, strings, and every tiny detail needed to compete. The numbers quickly reach a point where most families would simply walk away. In the early days, the Eala family had to be extraordinarily strategic with every single peso, sacrificing luxuries other families took for granted, missing vacations, turning down invitations, and crunching the numbers repeatedly to figure out how to get Alex to the next tournament without breaking the bank. Then came the biggest sacrifice of all, letting her go. When the life-changing opportunity arose for Alexandra Eala to train at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain, Mike and Rosala faced the heart-wrenching reality of sending their daughter thousands of miles away. They had to let her chase her dream, even if it meant missing the small, everyday moments, her first teenage match on clay, the homesick nights, the confusion of navigating a foreign country alone. They watched her grow through FaceTime calls and shaky live streams of ITF matches in obscure European towns where Wi-Fi barely worked. Mike and Rosala quietly sacrificed for years without anyone writing articles about the sleepless nights, the missed birthdays, and the endless calculations just to keep their daughter's dream alive. Today, that story is being told. When Alexandra Eala signed her $75 million contract, her first thought wasn't herself. She thought of her father sitting late at the kitchen table, poring over accounts to make the numbers work. She thought of her mother radiating quiet strength, holding a smile even when fear and worry pressed in. She thought of every airport goodbye, every tournament watched from the other side of a phone screen, hearts and throats. And so she bought them a home, a sanctuary of rest and peace, the one thing they never allowed themselves to want for themselves. And then there is Bobby, the man who started it all. Roberto Bobingo, Alex's late grandfather, who first placed a tennis racket in the hands of a 4-year-old and saw potential before anyone else did. He planted the seed, glimpsed the spark before the fire even existed. Though he isn't here to witness this moment, there is a beautiful, bittersweet sense that he is watching from above, smiling wider than the Pacific Ocean, proud of the extraordinary legacy he helped set in motion. There's a deeper dimension to this moment of triumph. Every check she cashes, every trophy she lifts, every record she breaks, it's a tribute to her grandfather. When Alexandra Eala bought this house for her parents, she was surely thinking of him, too. Lola, look what we did. Look how far we came from those first swings you taught me. She might have thought. Her story isn't just about one athlete. It's about a family, a lineage, and a love passed down from a grandfather's hands to a little girl's grip on a racket, now visible to the world. She isn't playing solely for rankings, prize money, or endorsements. She is playing to honor memory, to celebrate the people who believed in her.